David, as expected, and perhaps as expected too, he isn't really changing his stance, attacking Biden and this mantra of "Make America Great Again."
Absolutely. It's very much looking back. It's looking back to the stolen election, the same old rhetoric, the same old message. It looks fairly tired. And that's what opinion polls are showing, that the American electors actually are not that impressed with this. He's behind DeSantis, his main challenger perhaps, by 13% nationally, even more so in the key early states for the selection process of Iowa and New Hampshire. That's very much where we are with this.
Now, he's obviously got deep pockets himself, but it's significant, too, that many Republican Party donors have actually looked at this polling data showing DeSantis ahead in key states. I think they're called the Club for Growth group, indicating that many behind the scenes just aren't happy with this situation of him declaring.
Absolutely. The Republican Party would much rather he hadn't declared as soon as he did. And he's doing it partly for his own reasons, trying to make himself immune from prosecution by being a political candidate. But you're right. There are lots of research coming out saying that he is unpopular compared to DeSantis, that actually he cost the Republicans by endorsing the candidates he did 5%. There's a difference between his candidates and mainstream Republicans of 5%. And in a tight election, that's really important. And then as you say, that the big mega donors like Stephen Schwarman from Blackstone, the big investment house, that he said that he's not to back Trump this time round, and therefore actually he may have less money, less support across the country, less media support. But Murdoch has indicated that he's less supportive of him than he was by having this New York Post ridicule him by Trumpty Dumpty on the wall, falling off the wall, and so actually it's going to be a harder slog this time for Trump to get the nomination and to proceed in the way he did 4 years ago.
Yes, I think that Trumpty Dumpty was on the front of the New York paper, of course, which clearly paints a picture of ridicule. DeSantis has been fairly quiet in all this. He's keeping his powder dry, it seems.
DeSantis has to. He's just won a 4-year term, a second term as governor of Florida. You can't immediately then say, and by the way, I'm going to spend the next 2 years of that 4-year term actually running for the presidency. So he's likely to actually wait until next year before he officially declares. But everything about him, everything about the campaign for governor was actually that bigger picture. His black and white ad talked about God choosing a leader. He didn't say a leader for Florida. The implication was that he was a national leader in waiting. So he will wait his time. He can afford to wait his time. He can afford to watch Trump spend his capital and actually not make much progress because the message, frankly, is quite tired.